The quiet boy in my chemistry class handed me a note that said, "You have 5 minutes to decide who lives." I actually laughed when I read it, not because it was funny, because I thought it had to be a joke. I turned around and looked at him. His name was Ethan Carter. The kid barely spoke all year. He always sat in the back, drawing dark sketches in a black notebook. Most people forgot he existed, but he wasn't smiling. He was staring straight at me. Then another folded note landed on my desk. I opened it. Look inside my backpack. My stomach dropped. I slowly glanced down. His backpack was partially open. Inside was something black, metal, a handgun. For a second, my brain refused to process what I was seeing. There were 31 students in the room. My best friend Maddie was sitting near the window. My lab partner Tyler was 2 rows ahead. My little brother's girlfriend, Emma, was in the front row. None of them had any idea. Our teacher was writing equations on the board, like it was a completely normal Tuesday. Meanwhile, my hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped the note. Then, a third note slid across my desk. "Run and I'll start here." My chest felt tight. Every option seemed wrong. If I screamed, I might get everyone killed. If I ran, I'd save myself. If I stayed quiet, everyone else could be in danger. Then I noticed something weird. Ethan didn't look angry. He looked terrified. His hands were trembling even more than mine, like he didn't actually want to be there. That somehow made everything worse. I raised my hand. "Mrs. Reynolds?" My voice cracked. "Can I go to the bathroom?" She nodded without looking. "Make it quick, Ava." I grabbed the hall pass and stood up. Every step toward the door felt impossible. I was almost outside when I heard a chair scrape behind me. Then Ethan spoke. The first words I'd heard him say all semester. "Can I go too?" My blood turned to ice. The teacher hesitated, then shrugged. Fine. Now he was following me. The bathroom was on the left. The main office was farther down the hall on the right. If I passed the bathroom, he'd know exactly what I was doing. If I went inside, I'd leave everyone in that classroom behind. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it. 5 feet from the bathroom, 4, 3, 2. I kept walking. The second I passed the bathroom door, Ethan stopped walking. I knew he knew. I broke into a sprint. "Help!" My voice echoed through the hallway. "He has a gun!" Students started opening classroom doors. Teachers stepped into the hallway. I ran toward the office as fast as I could. Behind me, I heard Ethan running too. Every second, I expected a gunshot. Every second, I thought I was about to die. I burst through the office doors. "He has a gun!" the secretary screamed. The principal jumped out of his chair, and then something happened that made absolutely no sense. 3 police officers immediately appeared from a side office, like they'd been waiting there. They rushed past me. Ethan came through the door a second later. The officers tackled him before he could even stop. His backpack flew across the floor. The handgun slid out. Several teachers screamed. An officer secured the weapon. Another pinned Ethan to the ground. I stood there shaking so hard I could barely breathe. Then I noticed something strange. Nobody looked surprised. The officers looked prepared. The principal looked relieved. Not shocked, relieved. 20 minutes later, I finally got an explanation. The gun was real, but Ethan had never planned to hurt anyone. The police had received an anonymous tip the night before. Ethan had posted alarming messages online. Officers were already inside the school investigating. The reason Ethan handed me the notes, because he wanted someone to stop him. He'd stolen his father's gun that morning, then panicked. He couldn't bring himself to tell a teacher, so he picked the one person who'd always been nice to him, me. Months later, after counseling and court hearings, I saw Ethan again. He looked healthier, less angry, less scared. Before he left, he handed me one final note. This one only had one sentence: "Thank you for choosing everyone." And honestly, that's the first time I cried during the entire thing.